We are the company that for a long time printed everyone's tickets. As you probably know, not that many people are printing tickets anymore. So we've really leaned into the whole fan experience side of our business. We're doing a whole lot more in the commemorative space. You'll see a lot more gifting things come from us. We're dibbling and dabbling in technology, so we're continuing to find ways to be a positive influence on the fan journey. Premium has always been about a few specific things, right? It's always been about people's access to things, it's always been about an exclusive feel, and it's always been about just having something that doesn't feel like you can just go out and buy it. So when we think about the commemorative space, for us it's something that people don't have anymore. The ability to put the coolest thing or something that is desired in the hands of your most VIP and most important guests, to us still really has value. And then when you think about some of the things we try to do for our premium guests, when we're putting them on planes to go with the team to an away game, to have an actual physical piece that you can hand to them that's different, right? To have something that is still there and still does have value and still makes that connection and becomes memorable for them. That's where I believe the commemorative thing really starts to enhance and support our premium efforts. We, for a very long period of time, sat on the expense side of a team's budget, right? If people were going to have something they were giving out to their guests, their patrons, they were going to have to spend money. So when you start to think about what we're doing now, whether it's leaning into the commemorative space, where it becomes a source of revenue for a team, so they're actually really kind of selling the same seat twice. It's to try to make that experience better and create a greater ROI. A story we oftentimes tell is how the Yankees, when they hosted the All-Star game, and it was the last All-Star game at the old Yankee Stadium before they moved to the new place, they actually sent us some dirt from the field and we incorporated that into the ink that we used in printing the ticket. I share that not because it's recent, not because it just happened, but because that's kind of the mindset that we've put in place for how we approach things. More recently, like we just did something very cool with the Pirates, so they just had Paul Skeens. When Paul took the mound for his first game ever with the Pirates, they took photos, first inning, got them to us, and by the third inning we were able to have a ticket created that was for his first ever MLB game, and obviously he's done very well since then. We're such an on-demand society now. They can order something from Amazon and it's there. If it's more than 2 days, you're freaking out about it. So the ability to try to make things happen that quickly, and especially do it at a very high quality level, to us really seems to be a big differentiating factor. Premium has always been about uniqueness, right? We're going after audiences that, first of all, don't really need us. They don't set aside budget for what we do. The more unique and the more targeted and the more we can just make that experience and that journey fit that individual, the better off we'll be. I'd love to see us continue to find ways to make those experiences, both when you're physically at a venue, but also the whole experience of leading up to it. So the sales process, the after effect of it, how we interact with you after you attended an event or after a season. To me, that's really where we start to differentiate things. And that's where we start to get better at our craft as an industry. And I think that leaning into things like collectibles, leaning into things like gifts, leaning into things like driving the right kind of relationship that matters to folks is how we continue to get really, really great at what we do.